Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 2nd. You start with this regeneration card and this never-ending story card. So the regeneration card, of course, is great for right now with all the retrogrades. Great time to rest, relax, recover, do all that other stuff. If there is some sort of never-ending story, then I'm still not sure what I'm still not sure what it is, Aries, because the reading so far doesn't look too bad except for this devil right here. So, again, with the Wheel of Fortune as well. So I would be careful of, repeating a never-ending story with like a toxic person or something like that. It does look like you'll probably bring it to an end with the Death card, so wouldn't even worry about it. But, again, the never-ending story card, it basically says that there is some sort of cycle that you need to bring to an end in your life, and if you do that, then things will be good. You have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Wands showing up in your first row here. The King of Pentacles can represent wealth. It is the card of long-term wealth or building wealth in your life. This could be any type of success that you're creating. And so I think a lot of you are kind of like hard at work at this time, focusing on success. You have the Six of Wands as well, and the Wheel of Fortune. Even the Wheel of Fortune, it's like the Wheel of Fortune is a good card, but, I always say that I think people make it out to be better than it actually is. Like, it's a good card, but, really it's a card that where we have to take control of our destiny to make things better. And, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it could say that you are actively doing things to improve your financial situation or just to improve your life in general. You have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands is a victory or success. He's being cheered on and celebrated by these people around him because he's been through something difficult, and now he's being celebrated overcoming that difficulty. And so again, with the never-ending story card, Wheel of Fortune, and Devil, it's kind of like you have successfully overcome something, and this is saying like don't do it again, right? So again, like I said, with the retrogrades, I would be careful of past people or past situations with this energy for sure. But I do feel there's more success coming in for you. And again, I've said to you before that over the next few years, you have a great opportunity to really increase your success or like your level of success in life. Of course, it's going to require work. So yes, you're going to have to do something to make it happen, and you can't keep doing the same thing you've been doing. So there you go, Aries. But, there is an opportunity, which means nothing. You have to take advantage of the opportunity to make it happen. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. I think that, again, over the next few years, the universe is going to try to get Aries to expand out into the world. And I think anything you can do to expand out into the world or to take your place in the world even would be a good idea. This could be through like sharing your ideas, starting a business, going back to school, getting a job, starting a career. It could be anything. Any of those adventures would be a good idea with a Three of Wands. Three of Wands, I think it really doesn't matter like what you expand into as long as it is some form of expansion. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Four Wands. Yeah, if you want love, this looks pretty good. It could be an earth sign that's coming in for you. This doesn't have to be a bad thing. The Devil could just be a Capricorn that's coming in for you. And I'm pretty sure you've had Capricorn with me recently. But it could be any sign with the King of Pentacles that's coming in for you if you want love. And, again, this could represent kind of like marriage with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is also financial freedom. I do feel that Aries is kind of like one of those signs that has a desire to be fancy moving forward. So you might want the nicer things in life. And the Four of Wands is like having the freedom to create the nicer things in life. With the Six of Wands, you have the Hierophant, marriage again, and also Taurus again. So it could be a Taurus or a person with Taurus in their chart if you're looking for love. But this could also just be you kind of committing to something. With the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, if you don't want love, this could just be you committing to something that brings more financial freedom into your life. So you could be committing to a new job, new position, new way of doing work, whatever it is, whatever the change is, I think will be very good for you. This is probably something you've been learning for a long time as well. Usually with the Hierophant that, he is teaching these two initiates in front of him. So usually with the Hierophant, if we're doing something in life, like we have been learning about it for a long time, or we've been going through some training, and I think you have. With the Three of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you have the Page of Pentacles twice as well. I mean, you can't make this up here, Aries. Definitely could be an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart or something coming in for you. But The Three of Wands could represent the fact that you're going to need to like leave the house to meet this person, or you could meet this person like in public or traveling or something like that. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Carp card. It says advantages, keen-mindedness, and longevity. You have this T-Rex card. It says alchemy, raw power, and base chakra. So I think a lot of you have raw power at this time. I think you have developed a lot of skills that are just very, it's kind of weird how, let me back up here a second, Aries, and let me rephrase that. I think that a lot of you have learned a lot of basic skills, but I think you're also learning that sometimes like basic skills are the only skill we need. We really don't need things that are like super complex, or we don't really need like these crazy skills to be successful in life. So I think you're keeping it simple is what's popping into my head here. The Carp card says longevity. You have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a card of longevity. He focuses on building things long term. He focuses on things that are built to last. And so I think a lot of you are just looking for, connections, relationships, businesses, jobs, pretty much everything that will last. You have the Page of Swords, Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, again, this particular retrograde, again, this is one of those retrogrades. It's happening in Sagittarius, but it's like definitely I feel for everyone that everyone needs to be careful of the exes. You could have like an ex spying on you or wanting to communicate with you. And like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, I definitely wouldn't, and the Round Around card, I wouldn't repeat this cycle. You have the Devil. So again, like I said, if you already ended a toxic cycle with a person, then I would definitely be careful of this Devil energy. The Devil, he can also represent anything that is an energy vampire, and I'm pretty sure you get the Devil with me here and there in your reading, so I would be careful if there's anything that's stealing your energy at this time, or, this could be like a bad habit or something that you do every single day, and if there are things that are not providing good energy for you, then I would avoid those things. There might be other things that do provide energy for you, and I would also do more of the stuff that makes you feel more energetic, right? And so that's what I would do with the Devil. The Devil doesn't always have to be about bad habits. It can just be about habits, so there can be habits that give you energy, and I would do those as well with this card. But there you go. I also do feel Capricorn, so again, some of you could be clearly attracting a Capricorn or a Taurus. You have the Wheel of Fortune, also Taurus as well, because we have Taurus right here. Really the Wheel of Fortune is all 4 fixed signs and Sagittarius, but it's Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. And so again, if you're looking for love, Taurus shows up here about 20 times. But the Wheel of Fortune is about your destiny, but I always say that this card represents your destiny, how you see it. So it is your personal vision for your life. And I feel a lot of you could be like moving more towards what you see as your destiny, or something that's connected to your destiny. I'm pretty sure I've said to you before, Aries, that it seems to me like there's something that you've always wanted out of life, and like a dream or a goal. And like you could say that about everyone, but I don't know. It just feels different for you, Aries. Like I feel differently about like your dream, the thing that you really want to accomplish. And I feel that some of you could really be going for it here, going this direction. Even the Knight of Cups can represent your dream, and we'll talk about that in a minute. With the Page of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands. Yes, I feel like someone's just coming to you with problems. So I've said to everyone, Pluto going from Capricorn to Aquarius, I really think it's making people feel their karma, or I think it could be making people feel that like they could be realizing what they missed or are missing. And so, it's like all of a sudden, all that weight of their problems is on their shoulders, and now they're coming to you to solve it. So, like I said, I would be careful of exes during this retrograde. With the Devil, you have the Lovers. Yes. So definitely could be love. I would pick new love, of course. The Lovers does represent new love. The Lovers is always about a new connection. So I would definitely move towards a new person with this energy. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick movement. Yeah, I am a big fan of this right now. I can't really explain it, Aries, but I kind of say this all the time in my readings, and even the Wheel of Fortune represents this. It represents doubling down on the good stuff and getting rid of the bad stuff. That is the easiest way to work with the Wheel of Fortune. But there is definitely something about the collective energy where I feel like the universe is trying to get us to pay attention to momentum, meaning the universe wants us to pay attention to what's working and wants us to do more of what works. If we do that, then like things will speed up. Eight of Wands is a card of speed. It is a card of momentum. It is a card of building energy in a direction. All those wands wands are aiming in one direction. They are all working towards one thing. And I think the people that do that are going to get the most benefit. So, that's why I talk about it all the time, but that's definitely what I would do. In the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says it's time to release negativity, and also this card that says balance spirituality and practicality. Yep, devil, right? Definitely time to release anything negative. Could even be negative thought patterns, negative people, negative places, but I would definitely cut those things out of your life. I do think it's a good time to balance practicality and spirituality as well. You have the Death card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Definitely a lot of changes going on. Again, Pluto going into Aquarius is a major change. We will never experience that again in our lives. And it's even more significant because, as I always say, Pluto is as close to Earth as it possibly can be when it's in Capricorn. Pluto has a highly elliptical orbit, so it comes very close to Earth in Capricorn. And I say close, but it's still very far away. But then when it goes into Aquarius, it's like going away from the Earth. So it's like that transformative energy is going away from us, right? Instead of entering into us. That's what she said. But I think in a lot of ways we need to realize that now is the time to make those changes you've always wanted to make, or to create those transformations you've always wanted to create. And that's really what I would focus on here, Aries. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles definitely could be a new person. You have Page of Pentacles twice. So again, if you're looking for love, then I think it's probably a new person. I don't even, if you do want love, I don't even think most of you have met this person. So it could be like a completely new person that's coming in for you here. I also feel there could be good news coming in for you with the Page of Pentacles. You have two knights here. Normally, we look at the knights as cards of messengers, but I also look at the Page of Pentacles as a card of good news. So, again, you have two knights plus this card, definitely could be good news. You have the Five of Swords, and we go like this, down through the devil. So I think that some of you could be walking away from something that is toxic, or you already have walked away from something that is toxic. This guy here, let's put it this way as well. There's a theory that these three guys are all the same. So even though this guy has blonde hair and these guys have brown hair, there is a theory that this is the same guy, and maybe he dyed his hair, at this last stage when he became a winner, and he kind of learned, he lost it here, he's just a loser. Here, he has learned how to walk away from battle, and then at the front of the card, he has learned how to win. And so I think a lot of you, it's like you've learned how to win, and sometimes winning is walking away, right? And so I think in a lot of ways that, if you are walking away from a past connection or a person, I do think this is saying that you are kind of walking away the winner, or you are walking away with your head held high, and I do feel pretty good about that. So there you go. With the Death card, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, when you truly believe it deep down inside, then you will be successful. So with the Seven of Wands, I look at it as a card sometimes where we have to brainwash ourselves into believing that something will be a success, or that we can have something. And with the Death card, I would say that you need to believe that a change is possible for you. And I feel like you need to start looking for evidence in your life, or you need to start creating the evidence that a change is possible by making small changes. And that's what I would do with the Seven of Wands. Also, of course, with the Devil going this way, I would make sure that you're putting up boundaries against past people. With the Page of Pentacles, yes, much better. You have the Ten of Cups. So this person is much better, a new person. Ten of Cups is, fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family, very good for love. So if you want a connection, definitely could be a much better new person. I think some of you are sick of waiting, if you want love. I'm talking to those of you that want love. I think you're sick of waiting. So some of you might be tempted to go back to the past or something. But again, I feel like there's something so much better right here. I also feel for others of you that, the Ten of Cups, of course, is a card of focusing on happiness. They are choosing happiness on this card. So I think that a lot of you need to do more stuff that makes you happy. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like some of you also maybe feel like you have some sort of hold there, or that there is some sort of hold over you financially. And so some of you may have had a hard time having a financial breakthrough, or you are having a hard time having a financial breakthrough going this direction. And I do feel there is a financial breakthrough for you. I would say that taking a risk with your finances, and again, I'm not talking about like wasting money or gambling your money or, investing in your cousin's business or something like that. Bad idea. But what I am saying is that, this right here with the Knight of Wands, and also we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, card of expansion. I would learn as much as you can about what you do, because education could be the risk that you're taking. It could also be you taking the risk to put yourself out there more with the Knight of Wands. Like if you have a business, the Knight of Wands could say with the Five of Swords, could say you're taking the risk of, telling more people, putting yourself on YouTube, doing something to promote yourself, right? In the area of the good stuff, you have the Sacred Union card. Can't make that up in this Earthly Focus card. So, apparently this is a love reading, Aries, for most of you. Definitely could be a Sacred Union because it looks really good. I mean, Lovers, Ten of Cups, Hierophant, Four of Wands, all this other good stuff, and the Knight of Cups as well. The Earthly Focus card is about grounding something in reality, and you start with the Knight of Cups in the good stuff. The Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor, which, again, we've talked enough about love here, but he might be dreaming of an idea, and all he has to do is plant seeds in front of this water, and they will grow. So the Knight of Cups can be a card of planting seeds or getting started on something that you want to build or create or work on, like a business or a project idea, something like that. And so a lot of you could be kind of grounding like a project in reality, and I think that would be a great idea for you with the Knight of Cups, is like, creating something, or working on a project or something like that, it is a dream, is where I was going with that. You have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles normally represents feeling left out in the cold. I always say fives have very easy solutions. The solution to the Five of Pentacles is to focus on your strengths, not on your weaknesses, but it is coming up in the good stuff. I do feel that other than the ridiculous amount of love in this reading, that you are focused on having a financial breakthrough, because it just seems to me, I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before as well, that you have plateaued. Like if I see you in my head, it's like I feel like I've just been making the same amount of money for like years now. And so I think a lot of you feel like you have financially plateaued and you're trying to have a financial breakthrough. And of course, I feel this reading is saying there's a lot of opportunity for you to create that financial breakthrough, but you're going to have to do something different than what you've been doing all along. People love to tell me, like, you said this was going to happen and nothing happened. I'm like, yeah, because you didn't do anything. You have to go make a change. Your money doesn't just magically appear in your bank account. So you're going to have to do something like ask your boss for a raise. You're going to have to go get maybe a new job, or you're going to have to like start a business, or you're going to have to start promoting your business harder than you have been, or something, right? You have to do something. So sorry if, no one's ever told you that, but there is no easy button in life, so get to work. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about going on adventure. I do think this is going to be an adventure for you, so a lot of you might be trying new things. He is about being more spontaneous and kind of like being more playful with life, in the sense that you're just willing to try new things and see how things go to find like the best options, right? But that looks pretty good. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, definitely a love reading. So I think this could be a very playful, childlike connection. I don't know. Looks really good to me here, Aries. I feel like if you have your eye on a person, I would go for it, here as well. This looks really, really good. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about turning one thing into another. It kind of is a breakthrough card, because he's trying to turn water into wine. It's a card of alchemy. He's trying to turn one thing into another. And so I think a lot of you are about to have a breakthrough with this energy. And it's coming up in the good stuff, which is good. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Yes, I didn't really say this, but there's definitely something about getting attention. Again, if I were you, Aries, and if I had a business, I would be screaming from the mountaintops with the energy I'm getting off of this reading. Same thing in work. Like if your boss doesn't appreciate you, I think you need to tell them to appreciate you. You should be like, look at all this work I do. Look at this, look at that, right? And just show them everything you do so that you can get a raise. And if they don't give you a raise, leave, go get something else. Because again, I think the Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really making things happen, and that's what I would do with her. But this is a really good reading here, Aries, so far. So Let's see. You start with this dog close-up card. It says pleasure with a close friend. It also came out with this other card. It says peace and harmony. So you could be finding peace through people who are close to you, and that's what I would be spending time with. You have this hand. It says in need of help, assistance, or guidance. We don't really see like the King of Swords or anything here, which would be like a mentor. But if you need help, I would definitely ask with this energy. You have this flag card that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Are you kidding? Devil, for sure. Again, past person is definitely lower than your standards, so I would be careful of a past person for sure. You have this fan card that says romance, celebration, and party. Yeah, I think clearly the whole entire reading is about romance, so there you go. Even if you don't want it, that doesn't mean someone isn't going to be interested in you, so, whatever. You have this wishbone card. It says wish granted. Love it. So definitely some sort of wish. But this looks really good, Aries, whether you want love or not. There's a little bit of everything here. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.